Hey everybody. Well, I wanted to come in and do another video of a project that I'm getting ready to do. But I wanted to introduce you to my sidekick, Miss Dandalina. Huh? What? What? Tell me a secret. You gonna tell me a secret? You gonna tell me a secret? Huh? You gonna tell me a secret? Oh. Now let me tell you, this kid right here is rotten. I'm talking about Rotten, rotten. She is Queen Sheba around here. Let me tell you. She gets her way, but she is, she always has, I'm surprised she's not trying to get up on my shoulder right now. But we're going to put her down and let her go back to her queen bed, and we're going to get busy with our project. But I just wanted to introduce you to my best friend and sidekick. Yes, you are, aren't you? All right, tell him bye. Tell him bye. 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 Okay, so, okay, bye-bye. Go play with your toys. All right, so what I wanted to do is take one of our stencils and actually not just make it one of our stencils on a board or whatever, but make it kind of different and functional. So I am actually going to be making a board that can actually, parts of it be changed out for seasons or different events. And so let me transfer you over. But before I do that, like I said, I'm still new at all of this. Before we do that, my name is Dana Fincher, and I am Sassy Chalkers, and we are Chalking Sassy. So, and my camera keeps flicking off and on, so I don't know if it's catching everything or not. We're still on the process of working this out. So, but I do different projects. I use different stencils as of right now. I have a shop, online shop, and I have another shop. And so I have different things that I actually do other than this. I do leather goods, leather purses, and things like that. I do jewelry. So I have a variety of things in my main store, which is not the Chalk and Sassy. Chalk and Sassy is just my chalking stuff. So let's switch over and let's get started. Okay, so we can see I actually did figure out how to turn this upside down so y'all weren't looking at stuff upside down. But what I chose to do is the home stencil, and what I have is just a plain board that I have found, and when I get through the project I'm actually going to staple a raffia handle to this so that it can be hung. But this is the stencil that I chose to do, and in order to do this I have already pre-marked the center of my stencil and the center of my board. So all I have to do now is take this off, which I've already fuzzed this before we got online just to speed up things. Another thing about this, about stencils, is that if you get them in, make sure you fuzz them good using a cloth, a regular fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, use a t-shirt. They work pretty good. But you want to make sure, especially if you're working on a smooth surface. Smooth surfaces, it will cling to that, and it will, I mean, it's there. The only way you're going to get it up is tear your stencil up. That's one thing about these sticky ones I really like. Once you put them there, they're there, but sometimes you kind of get in a bind with them. Some people they will wax their boards I have found that waxing too much is a bad thing. So I barely waxed mine. Just enough. So we've got that down and pretty well centered on that. Can y'all see that? Let's see. Let's see if I can jump over here. And do adjustment on the image. Hang on just a second. Okay. That might be a little bit, once we get it inked, maybe you'll be able to see it. Okay. But that's, and my camera keeps dropping. But anyways, this is on the board. I'm going to use black because of the different little things that I'm going to use for the O. So mix up your ink. Some people like it thick. Some people like it thin. They say cake batter. This has been sitting out because I've been actually using it on some other projects. So what I'm going to do is just squirt a little bit of water in there. Mix it up. Can you see that? Okay. Just what y'all wanted to see me mix that. But it's very important that you get your chalk in a consistency that you like. Okay, so now I am just going to put some of this on here. Now remember, we can scrape it. I'm left-handed, so everything has a tendency to go backwards. Also, when I'm working on something long like this, I like to turn it and work on it this way. And just work in a downward motion. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've explained things in it, but I will show you on this one, which I think is very important. If you want to pull a lot of ink, then you're going to lay it you're going to lay your squeezy kind of down. If you want, that means that it's going to drop and it's not going to pull it. If you want to pull all of it, then you're going to hold it up at an angle like this. Okay? So this is if you lay it down. You see how I've got that right there. Now, if I want to pull all that, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put it at an angle, and I'm going to put in pull. Okay. Now, someone said in one of their videos or postings that if your chalk it's dried, then you can lay a wet towel on that and let it set for just a few minutes. That is a good thing. I've done some stuff earlier today, and when I done it and I pulled it off, I really seen the screen, and I knew that my ink had gotten too, well, actually my chalk had gotten too dry on that. But I think we'll be okay on this one. So we're going to pull this off. and we have the home. I'm going to put this down here in my thing of water that I've already started. Always have a pan of water or a container of water that you can put your stencils in. I have found that if you will get one of those cheap cat litter containers, box, trays, whatever you want to call them, they work pretty good on almost all of the stencils. Some of the bigger ones, yeah, you have a little bit more trouble, but I found that those are the ones that work the best. Okay, now while that's drying, I'm going to do one thing. I have a blank one here that I'm going to use, so I'm going to put that down, and I like that. So let's see if I can find a. Oh, I like this magnet better. Try out your magnets before you grow them on there, before you glue them on there, because see how that one grabs? See how that grabs? Okay. And this one didn't grab too well. It just kind of sits there. So it's not going to be able to handle the weight. So you want one that really just kind of gives some good resistance to it when you do that. Now this is how I center mine, or I like to center mine, is I put it actually on the piece. Okay. Well, most of my pieces are like that. Right here. Like this right here. Then I take my glue, which I'm using E6000. Put quite a bit on there. And then I am going to turn this over and kind of get my center there. Y'all see that? Well, let me do it this way. There we go. See, I forgot that I've flipped everything. So maybe you can read that. Okay. So now that I've gotten that, I'm going to ease this off and hope that my magnet stays. And it does. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's good and center again. And then I'm going to put this over to the side. Now, we're going to work on the actual pieces that I want to use. And you can make all different types of little decals to go in there. I found that these little round ones work real good that I have. If you happen to be watching this video and you're not a member of the Magnolia Design Company, please, if you have any questions or want to order anything, shoot me a message. I'm on Facebook as the Sassy Chalkers, or Chalk and Sassy, and also you can send me a message through here on the channel, and I'll be glad to help you. If you see anything that you like that you want to purchase as a finished product, I do those. So just shoot me a message and let me know. I'll be glad to help you on that. I am actively building a team, so if this looks like something that you're interested in, that you think, oh, this will be fun, or you want to make it extra money at home or anything like that, then also message me, because this is a great opportunity with this company by getting into it at this point in time of the growth of the company, which is I've done a lot of research on companies and stuff, and I really think that this one is going to go far. And I'm very impressed with things the way it is right now. So, enough of the spilled meals, is what I call them. we're going to go ahead and do some of the pieces. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know what this is. You know what that is, don't you? That is my Sharpie that I had done. And I went ahead and done this before we got on there again to save time. So I also have a little maple leaf here. See that maple leaf? Little maple leaf. And it is wood. And, you know, we talked about this in my videos about doing it on wood, not real happy with it. Well, I have found that if you use a thinner wood and more fine wood like this and just do kind of a wash on it with some paint, not really a heavy paint, that it does pretty good with it. So thanks to someone else that mentioned a technique to me, and I've tried it and kind of fine-tuned it, and this is what I come up with. So remember, 91% alcohol. I'm going to spray it on here. And then we're going to drop that on, and we're going to press. I'm not going to squiggle right this second. I want to see what it looks like. See, that's what you get if you don't wiggle on the wood. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on here, and I am going to wiggle, 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 wiggle all over it. And I come up with something like that. Now, personally, I would think I would want something more right in here, but I can work on that at a different time by just letting this dry or getting another piece and adding to it. That's what I was talking about by it actually soaking up, and you're not getting your colors as prominent on it as you want. So, but that's the technique that you can do with that. Now, I also used a bag, a container bag. I didn't use a baggie on that. So I don't know if that really made a difference or not. So, but I wanted to try that just to see what it would do using one of those. The one that I want to show you how to do is, okay, I have these here, this here, okay, and I have a little piece of metal on the back, already glued on there. And there again, I've already fuzz. Now these don't fit perfectly, so you have to kind of just maneuver around. But they fit pretty good. Like I said, they're not perfect, but there's that vintage look, you know. All right, so what I'm going to do is I actually have this color that I'm going to use. And you know, I get ready to do these. I set everything up, and Lord and behold, I lose everything. Just lose it. So what I'm using right now is a kind of shimmery copper. But there again, you can use any color that you want. That's what I like about these, you know, things like this. You can customize them to your liking, or to, you know, or to a person that has contracted you to do a piece. Now, I will tell you, the metal piece does kind of make it wobble jobby. So if you didn't want to put the metal piece on there beforehand, you wouldn't have to. But I did, because I want to show you these later on. Okay, so that is the welcome. Can you see that? Okay, so we're going to set that one right there. I'm going to put this in my water, and y'all have to excuse me bending over, but I want to do that so the cleanup is easier and I don't have to worry about ruining my stencils. Here's another one that I have that actually came with this. This is one of them that came with it. This welcome did too. But this is a seashell, and I am going to use this blue on it. And there again, we're just going to put our color on here. You could put, you know, if you wanted to put an O over it, you could put an O, you know, on it or anything like that. But I like the shape itself to kind of be the assumed O. And there again, we've got that one. See how quick and easy this is? That's what I like about these stencils. They're quick, they're easy, and I'm not knocking any profession or anything like that. I consider myself kind of crafty, but I have tried the Greek paintings and all that and everything, and believe you me, I come out of there and I look like something that was in a paintball fight. I just didn't do good. Okay, and there is the shell. You see that? And we're going to put that one over to the side. Now, I've done these, and like I said, they may not be perfect, but I like my stuff imperfect. Machines are perfect. You know, I like that character. I like character on my stuff. Now, if somebody wanted it perfect, yes, I would be more on the perfect and might not actually choose these particular ones to do them on this particular piece. This is the rooster that came with this also, and I am going to do red with it. I have several squeezies. And there again, I told you, you know, if you put that metal piece underneath there first, it's going to be a little floppity. So you may choose not to put whatever it is on it until after you get through designing them. We do have several Christmas stencils coming out, fall stencils coming up. If you're interested in any of those, let me know. I can go, we are pre-selling those, so, you know, go ahead and get your order in, and as soon as they release, then they'll send out your order. And there is the rooster, which I kind of like him. I was kind of reserved about the red on this, and I was like, but I really like that. What do y'all think? Y'all like that one? I think I like it. Now, if you were doing a bunch of these, it would be easy. You could take your stencil and go, you know, line them up and do a bunch of them for Christmas or a set or whatever you wanted to do on that. Now, let's see. I don't have a farm one. So what I think I'm going to do is actually our Farm Sweet Farm, that one there. I'm going to use it. Now, I may not get all of the decal or the stencil, but I'll get enough to be very interesting, I guess you could say. And you can, like this particular decal, I'm not, I'm more spot aligning than I am anything. I'm using my stencil and pieces of my stencil to line this up. Now, this is Farm Sweet Farm. What color can I use? Oh, and I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. I have a tendency to do that. When I'm thinking, I'll pop my fingers. Okay. I have a coral color that I like to use. So we're going to use that. Now I have others as far as seasonal that I do, that I've been doing, but I don't have any of the forms cut out quite yet, so. Woo! Then I started knocking stuff off. Okay. And there is our Farm Sweet Farm there. And I like that one too. Alright. Something else that I had told you that I was doing when I said that we were doing, that I do seasonal stuff. Okay. Well, like the leaf here, we do this. Now, this right here is when I spray it with my clear, which is actually outside. It's a triple sec. It's just any type of clear coat, okay, that you can spray clear coat. These colors will be more vibrant in this, but there again, I'm going to go back over this and add some color to it so it's not so muted because I want more pop in that. This here, as you can see, is the Valentine one that I made. All right. To give you an idea of what they look like, we're going to put this down and we'll try to do this the best way I can. Y'all see that? Okay. Still, does that look upside down to y'all? That right there won't. So we're going to take our welcome and put that on there like that. I'm just going to put this down here because it's going to be better. See how that welcome in there? And then we have the star, the shelf in there. Oh, here's my Ruby Rooster. I'm liking that one right there. And then we have Farm Sweet Farm on there. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. And then here's one with the hearts. a daisy, a cross. I really like this because it has the wood grain of the piece itself. And the last one that I have other than the leaf is this. And this bird is kind of big, but I've had several people like it. And so, there you go. Or you can do it like that. Okay. I only have 2 of those birds left, and I have got to find some more birds. And then here is your leaf, your maple leaf. And I do a turkey, a Santa Claus, a snowman. I have different ones like that I put in here on this. So I think that those will turn out. But is that not just a neat thing to, you can change them out and I even have one that I have presents on for like birthdays and things like that. Rings for an anniversary. I've done those. But I try to do a few that people can pick out and choose with their boards. So hope y'all have enjoyed this one. And if there's anything that you would like to see done, or any of our stencils that you'd like to see what I can come up with, then let me know. I'll be glad to give it a try. But until then, see y'all. Bye.